Hey, StarCrafters, Wookie here. Thanks for tuning in, and look at I'm playing Terran. It's season 4, and I thought I would be Terran this season, so here we go. We saw how I placed with Zerg, had a good game against an inexperienced player, but good times were had nonetheless. I think I did okay, and I don't think I'm going to get any better at Zerg, so we're just going to stop doing that. My opponent today is Rockero. Rockero? I'm going to go with Rockero. And he is also Terran. We're on the Shakuras Plateau. He's bottom left, I'm bottom right. And it's red versus blue. We are going to say bye-bye to him. And I have been working on I shouldn't say working on, but fancying this early command center. So I wanted to give it a try since this is a decent map for it. So since my opponent was not Zerg, I ran down here and decided that I would wall off on the big ramp down here, figuring that since it's not a Zerg and the potential for the run by is much lower, I'm going to try that here. So I sent out a scout early though, so I want to make sure there's no garbage going on, and this is always a good place to check. And then send the SCV out. But my plan is to get that barracks up, which we see going down here, a little bit later on the gas. I'm not going to need a whole lot of gas early, so I don't go right to that. Normally I would spend that next little bit of minerals, but see, there you go. So just delay it a little bit, and get this barracks up, get this second supply depot, get a bunker in here, make Marines out of one barracks until I get another command center going, 2 orbital commands, and really go for an economic lead, and then dump down my extra barracks and eventually a factory. And the idea is to just hold off, make enough here to hold off a push, with maybe some repairs or whatever, and then at the next stage, like about the time my opponent would be getting his expansion, I am filling up this space here with barracks and making a lot of units. So we can see my scouting SCV. I got into the base, got to see one gas, whatever, and had a supply depot built right behind me on my way out. So then those guys are off to the races. They're gonna play grab ass for a while, run around the map. It's all good. I got one lonely Marine standing there guarding that until I can get a bunker at it. And you can see there's my 400 minerals, and bam, down goes the command center. So things are going according to plan. My next course of action will be to plug this hole with a bunker, which I can later salvage. There is a gap here, and that's not a big deal. Can I get a better look at it? Not really, but that is a space there, so things can't get in. But again, not a big deal. It's not like it's going to be Zerglings, so I can live with that, and I'll just put a couple Marines there, and it'll be fine. Here comes that bunker, like I was talking about. And things are going according to plan, and I'm feeling pretty good. This is not my first game as Terran on this season's ladder. I had played a handful of games prior and lost handily in several of them, won a couple of them on the close side. There was one pretty decently long game. I don't want to say it was a decent game, don't get me wrong. But it was a decently long game where I lost to a Protoss who I felt stomped my butt. And after the game, he was telling me, "Wow, that was close. I thought you had me there," or whatever. And I'd never felt like I was comfortably ahead or whatever. So, but getting a little more familiar with the Terran guys. But here the plan's coming together. So I feel like I got a decent number of Marines. I can get them in that bunker. I can assault anything, I can hold off anything that comes up the ramp, and I'm going to have 2 orbitals kicking in at any time. I'll really be able to crank out the SCVs, and I'm already adding on the extra barracks because the money's starting to climb already, because I'm not getting a lot of gas. There's 3 here now, but for a long time, well, originally I just put 1 in there, and then there was 2 for a while, and that's not a mistake. I did that on purpose. This looks sparse now because I just sent some SCVs down here, so now there's decent saturation going on at both. They're both keyed to 4. The barracks are all on 5, and I just keep cranking out those SCVs, adding on these. Now look at the mini map. What is that? Gonna pause real quick. Look what we see here. A Viking, a tank, some Marines. This is no good. Looking at the all vision, we have a factory, a starport, a barracks, the 111 build, 2 gas, just now laying down his expansion, and this is tough for me. When I saw that, I got so bummed out. I couldn't believe it. So here he comes with the push, and it's literally just one Viking, one tank, and as many Marines as you can make while you're making a Viking and a tank. And we're gonna watch what I do to hold this off. Now I've got a bunker, 4 Marines, and 3 extras. Here comes a tank in siege mode, beautifully positioned, just hit everything. The Viking gets up here to spot the high ground for him, and this tank can just go to town. I can't get any closer because I'm just going to get ruined by that tank, so I can't unload this bunker and go down. Now watch what I do here. Did you see that? I let my bunker get blown up, and then I pulled my Marines back. That was freaking awesome. My APM there was 4. Some of these Vikings start to be really annoying, and they can do this spotting the high ground here for these tanks. So Rockero really using the map to his advantage. He knows these spots here. He's got Vikings. I've thought about trying to lift these off, and then the Vikings and the Marines will just shoot it down. So my main plan was just to mine as much as I could, pull these guys out when I had to, and that's exactly what you saw there. And leapfrogging the tanks, slow steady push, you know, slowly more Vikings, and every time I try to get my Marines close enough to shoot the Vikings, the tanks shell them and I have to pull back, and I don't know why I kept making marauders. That seems kind of dumb now in retrospect. And I'm thinking if I had a missile turret I could keep those Vikings away, but I can't build a missile turret close enough to be relevant, or the tanks will shoot it down. So it's an awesome build. You can see I am not going to be able to hold this off. I'm just not good enough. It was the perfect counter to what I was doing, because I went with that early command center, and this is strong one base pressure, and that is always going to be very difficult to defend with a fast expand build. So this is sexy, and I can't wait to try this in my upcoming games. If you see 32 consecutive videos of me trying this, I guess I'll apologize now, but I think this is super good. This is like sexy, like Penny from Big Bang Theory. That's just good stuff. So there's the gratuitous SCV slaughter, and we're gonna see me GG here in just a moment. There it is, nice. I was all about that. This guy whooped my ass so cool that I wanted to post it. You know, a lot of times I am disinclined to post losses. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to fool anyone into thinking I win all the time. But when someone whoops my ass in such a cool fashion, I like to show everybody so they can take the tactics to their latter games. So there you have it, the 1-1-1 build, guys. Vikings very versatile in this matchup. Maybe against Protoss, you transfer these out from medevacs to extend the life of your Marines. Protoss aren't going to have anything in the air, so you don't necessarily need the Vikings. But otherwise, there you go. Good luck, have fun on your ladder games.